Okay, I'm gonna get on here and do a vlog for my YouTube, about my new song, Jesus in Your Storm. So I just wanted to kind of talk about it. So like I said, this song came out of just praying for friends and the situations that they were going through and like what God was saying to them in their situation. A couple of my friends, and then also God was saying a similar thing to me with some things I was going through, but that all you need is me, he's saying. Jesus is saying that, and I will never leave. So it's like you're okay because I'm here and I'm what you really need. And so don't say you'll be okay later if this happens or something else, or when you get that or whatever. No, you're okay now because Jesus is with you now. And how he wants to calm our storm, but first we need to walk to him. First we need to realize that he is the thing that we really need in life. So because he has reasons and they're good reasons, but like in the story of Peter, when so Jesus had sent them ahead of him, like, and he stayed to talk to his Father in heaven, and he sent them in the boat, and they were rowing and rowing for hours, and they were just in the middle of the lake. They couldn't get anywhere because the storm and the wind was against them and everything. And then after quite a while, Jesus came to them walking on the water. I think it said it was in the fourth watch of the night. Yeah, so that's between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. So that was quite a while. And then he went out to them walking on the sea. This is in Matthew 14. Seeing him walking on the sea, the disciples were troubled, saying, "It's a ghost," and they cried out from the fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Be comforted," or "Have courage. I am. Do not be afraid." And Peter said, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water." And he said, "Come." So going down from the boat, Peter walked on the water to go to Jesus. But seeing the strong wind, he was afraid. Well, technically you can't see wind, but the point is that what you're looking at, affects you. What you're seeing affects you, because what you focus on, you empower. And it says, seeing the strong wind, he was afraid and beginning to sink, he cried out, saying, "Lord, save me." Immediately Jesus stretched out his hand, took hold of him, and said to him, "Little faith, why did you doubt?" Because Peter had a short burst of faith where he walked on the water, but it didn't last. And then it says, coming into the boat, the wind ceased. And so, he wanted to calm the storm, but first he wanted Peter to walk to him, because okay, I'm gonna try to make this brief enough that I can get it on my phone. Because the thing is, in life, there's a lot of distractions, and there's a lot of things that we think, we do need things. Yes, our Father knows that we need stuff, and he has a way to take care of it, but in order for us to have optimal mental and physical health, we have to realize that what we really need is Jesus. And no matter what's going on around us, as long as Jesus is with us, it's okay. Everything's okay because he's there and he's with us, and we're going to be okay. And like it says, your struggling only makes the knots tighter. Hold still and let me loosen and undo them. Because it's like that. Like when like in a vision that Joseph Prince was talking about that he had once from the Lord. Like he saw a Christian or a believer, like, and all these golden pipes were over this person, and God's supply was flowing into every area of this person's life, because God is good and he loves you and he is supplying everything. And these were like soft pipes, and and so there was like his finances, his health, his family, his marriage, whatever, like every area of his life where God's supply was flowing. But then he started to worry about one area, and it was like he took his hand and squeezed the pipe, and then the supply stopped flowing in that area, because that's what worry does. It cuts it off. And so sometimes we just have to let go and be like, okay, and believe in his love. Like, he loves you. Like, he's not asking you to go without or like be in lack or whatever. He loves you. He's taking care of you, and you need to just like not cut off the supply by getting all freaked out, and like things that you worry about and you stress about and you're striving and you're trying to fix it, and it just makes it worse. So you gotta like let God be your Abba and take care of you by trusting that he is, and not be distracted by the wind and the waves, because what you focus on, you empower. So if you, like, even the world is figuring out that the power of gratitude, like, it really makes a difference in your life. And the reason why that is because when you're thankful, when you're finding all the things to be thankful for, you're focusing on God's goodness in your life. So you're empowering God's goodness in your life, and it improves your health. It improves like your mental health, your physical health, like your life, your relationships, like everything is improved when you are empowering God's goodness in your life by focusing on it. And yeah, so don't be distracted by the problems. Like, focus on Jesus, and you don't have to run around like a chicken with your head cut off, because Jesus said to Mary and Martha, like, remember he was saying Martha was running around trying to make a big extravaganza for him, and he was like, I didn't come here so that you could like fuss over me. Like, he's like, I came here to help, give to you. And Mary got that, and she was like, she was the one that was sitting at his feet and hearing his words. And Jesus said to Martha, Mary chose the good part, and that's not going to be taken away from her, because only one thing is necessary. He said, Martha, you're dragged around by all these things, but only one thing is really necessary. And that is sitting with him and hearing his words. So if you do that first, then later you'll be doing the right thing at the right time. You won't be wasting your time and energy doing something that's not even, sometimes it's like you strive and you put all this energy out to try to get to the top of the ladder, and you get to the top and you realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. All of that effort and energy for nothing. And that's what Jesus wants to help us avoid. So if we sit with him and listen to him, then later we'll be doing the right thing at the right time. We won't be wasting our life doing things that aren't important to him. And so that's why Mary was the only one that got to anoint Jesus for his burial, because she was the only one that was really listening and really picking up what he was laying down. Everyone else was just like off in their own world or whatever. She was the only one that understood what Jesus was about to do for them. And even the timing, like, she anointed him for his burial, like possibly even the day before he died. And it was just like, it was really close to his actual death. She understood what he was doing. She understood when he was doing it. And she was the only one that was doing the right thing at the right time. Because then the other ladies came to anoint his body. He was already rose from the dead, so it was too late. So yeah, I mean, you just gotta listen you gotta take that time. That's the important thing to do. Is first important thing is hang out with Jesus, listen to what he's saying, so that he can help you do the important things. So he can help you know what's the important thing and what's gonna be the most effective and the most useful to what he wants to do in the earth and whatever. So I think that's about it. So if you listened all this time, thank you. I hope you're blessed and benefit from all of this. All right.